Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free paint or exterior stain sample to test your look and find the perfect color to confidently refresh your space. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid in-store only 6/19 through 6/25. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Stop right there. Yeah, you. If you like all things entertainment, current events, or Hollywood, then look no further. Creator to Creators, hosted by director Meosha of Horror Noir, interviews filmmakers and creatives from around the world. Join in on the fun, guest celebrities, and informative information to have as a creator. Hit subscribe and stay connected to Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today we have a special guest.
My name is Juliera. Thank you so much for having me on this show.
Of course, thank you for being on. I'm excited to talk to you. It's gonna be fun. So I like to always go to the beginning of how, like, I think the beginning is like it kind of charts where we're going to be going in life, the things that we do, our habits. So tell me a little bit about your childhood and where you're from, and then kind of how did you kind of find your way into music?
Okay, well, I was born and raised in Nigeria. My parents are actually still there right now.
Nice.
I went to school there, and then I did go to college. When it was time, I did go to college. I started in Nigeria and then I traveled. I went to London for my undergrad.
Nice.
And during the time that I was in college, I started to look online to see what I could do to make money. So I went on this website called Fiverr, and then I saw a bunch of people posting things. I'm going to do this for this amount. I was like, okay, let me just try and see if let me see what I can do to make extra money. And I remembered that when I was a long time ago, like when I was 16, I used to write songs. I would just write on paper and put away, or just like make up random songs in my head and I'll be singing it. And people think it's an actual song that's out there, but it's actually just me making things up.
Right.
And my aunt actually saw one of the things that I wrote one time and she was like, "Oh, did you write this?" I said, "Yes." She was like, "Wow, this is really good." And I thought, my aunt is going to say it's good, right?
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. So I was like, you know what? This is the time to find out. I'm on Fiverr. If someone's going to pay for my service, it has to be good, right? So I was like, okay, let me just try. I put up a gig for $25, and I remember someone from Vietnam was actually my first client. They sent me a beat and told me to do a song to it, and I wrote the song. I was so nervous because I was like, this is like the moment of truth. Are you really good at this thing, or is your aunt just like lying to you? So then the moment I sent in, I played the music in the background. I wrote the lyrics on paper, and then I sang it using my phone while the music was playing in the background, and I sent it over to him. And he just left me a 5-star review. He didn't ask for a revision. He was like 100% happy on the first delivery. So I was like, oh,
Love
wow,
that.
I guess I can do this. And then I
Yeah.
started doing more and more. And then I started getting more confidence, started raising my prices. And over time, eventually I did stop, I got married and he didn't really want me to be doing anything like that. So I was like, all right, it's fine. I chilled out over
Oh,
like I did let him know, like, look, I want to do music. He was like, no, I don't want, like that's not. And I figured, you know what, because growing up is kind of like growing up in a country like Nigeria, every girl is supposed to grow up, get married,
yeah.
and you have to do what your husband wants. But then eventually it's like the whole treatment being married, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I can't believe it. I mean, I know not everybody has it as bad as I did, but yeah, I got out of it. And then I went right back into music because that's what makes me happy. So let me just rephrase because I don't want to like make it confused. I'm still in the process of getting divorced. So I
Ah,
filed for divorce in by late 2021, but like we're still in the process.
I see. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so bittersweet, but good for
Yeah.
you for getting out of that and
Yeah.
in the process. I totally get that. And I love that. Who were some of like your musical inspirations, like getting into music and
Oh,
stuff?
so growing up, I used to sing a lot of Rihanna.
I love her.
I love Lovato. It's like I love Rihanna. I love Demi Lovato. I have a playlist that's all Rihanna and Demi Lovato in it.
Yes.
Like growing up, I used to sing a lot of their songs, and then Keisha came out, TikTok, and then oh my God, I was crazy about that song. It's just like a bunch of, but yeah, over time I've started liking different genres over time, but like originally when I was growing up, I feel like I was mostly into Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the one that I would sing every day is Rihanna and Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah, I loved. You know what? That would be a great collab to see them work together. That would be. I wouldn't know what kind of song would come out of that, but I'm sure it'd be an interesting one for sure. Um, so the title Hero, I love, by the way, congratulations. It's a really fun song.
Thanks.
And so tell me a little bit about the process of making the song and then like kind of where the idea came from.
Okay. So it was at this point when I think it was in 2017.
Hmm.
It was right after my undergrad before grad school. And
Mm,
then I was still like writing songs for people online. And then I signed up to a new website called Sound Better because I was just, trying to like diversify.
yeah.
And then somebody hired me to send me a beat. It's like, hey, can you do a song to this? And then it was a slower song, like it was kind of like more not slow per se, but it was a slower tempo.
Mm.
It's not exactly how this hero is. But anyway, that was where the idea came from. And I was like, I don't know, I just thought it would be so fun to do something that sounds like that. And my main priority when I was writing the song was like, oh, I'm gonna rhyme this with this and then rhyme and rhyme and rhyme and like hero for you and just like rhyming everything. But I also like to make sure that I'm not just rhyming and not making sense. I want to make sense with it as well. And I want to like tell a little bit of story because I'm a kind of person that I love wholeheartedly. Like I give everything. Even when
Yeah.
I was in like college in University of Lagos, I did a diploma in mathematics there. When I
Nice.
was there, um, I was, like at the end of the year, they give people like Miss this, Miss that. And they actually called me Miss Generous. Because like
Oh,
I'm always so if someone comes to me, hey Juliet, can I have this? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, you can go have it. And people felt so comfortable going into my closet, even when I'm not there, to the
oh,
point where I went home one weekend. I had just like had a whole closet full of like groceries, and I came back and there was nothing in there. And I asked around, like, what happened? It was like, oh yeah, we took it. We knew you'll be fine with it. I was like,
oh,
oh, okay, no, that's it. Like, it's too much now. Like,
yeah.
I started making boundaries after that because like I just had a full I had food and now I'm hungry and there's nothing to eat. So
Mm.
like I've always been that generous person. And even though I have some kind of boundaries now, I still, if I have something and I feel like somebody else needs it more than I do, I give it to them.
That's awesome.
So there's just kind of like the spirit of hero being fun and also writing just a little bit about how I actually love and rhyme it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
that
that's
came
pretty
from
cool.
rhymes.
That's cool though. I think that's beautiful. I think I'm the same way as well, but I think growing up I was picked like got walked over a lot. I wasn't like the cool kid, so
Yes.
people would take my things and but I would offer them I was very I don't know. I just was like, please like me or something. But I think as I got older, became a filmmaker, then it's like I guess I'm cool now, quote unquote. It's so funny how
Congratulations. That's amazing. That's what usually happens.
right.
And then, like, I feel like the people that you don't expect, like,
Yeah.
to become something end up becoming the ones that people are like, wait a minute,
Right.
what is this?
This kid? No.
You know what's funny? Like all along, I used to like even growing up at home, I used to
Uh-huh.
only sing in the shower. I used to
Oh,
not let people like I don't sing in front of people. One time
wow.
I was my because my aunt is a pastor and she made me like she was like, hey, you should join the choir. Oh my God, the first time I held the mic, my hands were shaking. Second hand to grab the hand and they were both shaking. I was like, oh no, I'm
Oh,
not doing this. I can't do it. But like now I'm better. I
that's
started
good.
karaoke and I have more, I'm more confident now. I
That's
can't even believe
good.
I actually went for this.
What like I mean you gotta love it, right? To do it because I'm sure it's super nerve-wracking to perform in front of people.
Yeah.
Do you like the like I think it's I don't know what the feeling, but I can only imagine when you're going on stage, like obviously the nerves, but I guess after you're done, hearing people's response of like, oh my God, that made me feel amazing, or
Yes. That
whatnot.
that makes me feel great.
Yeah,
And of course, sometimes, not everybody's happy about the things that you do. And I can tell, but like I just feel like at this point, I don't even let like some things like get to me
that's
anymore.
good.
Like I feel like after I feel like my marriage, even though it was a bad thing that happened, I feel like it made me actually stronger.
That's good.
But yeah, it's like my name, Juliera. I decided to purchase, I think I purchased the domain name juliera.com in 2013, maybe. So I've always had it at the back of my mind that I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know when. And I knew I was gonna do it. But like now I'm like, I don't know. I just don't feel like anything is holding me back.
I love that. I like that. Anything is holding. I love that. It's beautiful. I was gonna say, do you feel like Nigerian pop
Oh,
like a
the Afrobeat.
mix, like the Afro
Afrobeat.
beats?
Yeah.
It's like a thing now. It's like in, right? Do you feel like it's a good time to be releasing music, even though, I mean, I don't know how the music world is, but do you feel like it's a good time right now that this is like an in thing to like jump on?
Honestly, the way I do things most of my life, I have always done things to like, if this is what I want to do, I put everything in it and I just like follow, I see where it takes me.
Yeah.
And so far, it's actually taken me, you know, I don't know, I've been happy with like the results so far. In terms of Afro beats, when I was writing songs, getting paid to write songs for people, I never wrote any Afro beats because nobody ever hired me.
Wow.
Yeah, no one, like I feel like most Nigerians write their songs,
Ah.
but like no one actually ever hired me to do that. But I attempted my first Afro beats not too long ago. it was
Ah.
it was it was the hardest one yet. I feel like the other songs I write takes me like an hour, 30 minutes to write them because I've been doing them for so long. But
Yeah.
then Afro beats took me days to like get it done. But like when I did it, oh my God, people love it. And that's gonna be something that I would be releasing soon too. But like everybody loved it so far.
That's awesome. That's cool that you're gonna explore that world too.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you feel like as far as like music and for artists, do you feel like now that times have changed that that the music is do you feel like the entertainment world is in favor more of for the artist to win? Or do you feel like it's
I
still
feel like
kind of difficult?
you mean for new artists, you mean? For
Yes.
I feel like yes, because everyone is now able to, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's a lot of all this other platform that lets people, like a lot of people can actually do their own thing, even if
Yeah.
you have like help from like a label. I mean, look at Cardi B, right? She started just doing her own thing. And I think maybe like a long time ago, you probably would to make it like as far as she did, for example, you probably need to be signed from the beginning, maybe.
Mm,
So I feel like the technology and everything is actually making it easier. It's making it easier, but also increasing the competition because now everybody
Yeah.
can do it. So if everybody can't do it, now it's gonna be like survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah, it's so true. It's like, whoa, it's gnarly because it's the same way for film. It's just a little different. It's I started out doing a cinematography and then majored in getting into directing and writing. So, but it's still competitive because there's
Yeah.
like everybody in LA is a
Yeah.
director, writer,
Yeah.
it's like sheesh.
But
So
at
I
the same time, I feel like I like to remember that I'm doing this for fun. I do this because I like to do it. So
yeah,
before I started doing music, because my whole, like I said, like I'm just not going deep into my divorce, what happened,
yeah,
but it was so bad that I just wanted to always be away from home and away from the situation when
yeah.
that was even before I filed. And I was always going to the casino, just like anything that took me away. And then I figured, that's bad. That's a really bad habit. I stopped myself from going there. I do real estate, I
That's
braid
great.
hair, and I also have a mortgage loan originator license, like just doing every
Awesome.
single thing to keep me busy so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
And then I was like, you know what? Let's do music. So it's for me, music is kind of like therapy.
I
I'm doing
see.
it because I want to do it and because it makes me happy. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I'm doing it anyway.
That's awesome.
If I wake up every morning and I'm the only one that sees my songs, they listen to my songs or watch, my video, I'm happy. And
I
my
love that.
son, I have a 3-year-old son. He loves my music.
Oh,
I was
he's
like,
your biggest
yes,
fan.
yeah,
I love it. Okay, I got a fun question.
yeah.
If you could perform with any musical artist, living or dead, who would you perform with and why?
Oh, well,
The tough one.
so actually, in terms of celebrities, the impact, the person that I will probably first perform with is Cardi B.
Okay,
There was this
nice.
one, there was this one video of Cardi B that I watched, and she was talking about how why is it that when women get pregnant and have kids, everyone's like, "Oh, your life is over, and you
Mm,
can't do this anymore." And honestly, before I watched that video, I was kind of in that mindset that I'm married now and I have kids now. Music is probably no longer an option for me. But then she
mm.
was like, "But I want both. I want to be able to do this and do that, and I also want to be able to do this." And I was like, oh my God, that is true. Like it's not over. You can do it.
That's
And like
right.
a lot more people are doing it now. A lot more celebrities, I feel like singers, and they're having babies now and they're still doing it. I feel like before she made that statement, in my opinion,
Yeah,
I feel like people
yeah.
were more like, yeah, and if they were pregnant, they would like hide it, like they wouldn't, but she came on stage performing, being pregnant. Oh God, I love this. This is beautiful. So I feel like the fact that empowered me,
Yeah.
I just felt so empowered by that little. I know she probably doesn't even know she touched lives. At least me, she touched me. I was like, okay, I can do it. It's not over yet. So yeah, I
Love
would
it.
definitely love to perform with her.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. That'll be a fun show. That'll be fun. I have another fun question. Well, there's no wrong answer, so no
Yeah.
pressure. The three levels of influence: money, power, or respect. And if you could have choose, one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Respect. Oh my God.
Ah,
Yes, respect. Again, this whole thing with my marriage is like, and I have a song, funny enough that you would say that. I do have a song that's based on that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's called Fairy Tale. It's not out yet,
I
but
love it.
it's like the feeling of when someone says they love you and they don't respect you, or
Yeah,
like have people who say they love you and it's like they provide for you, they
hmm,
buy you what you want and they don't, and that's not me. I'm just saying, like, I've seen people too, but it's like ultimately what matters the most and what makes you feel the better is when somebody respects you. If somebody cannot provide for you, but they don't call you out your name every little thing you don't do right, and
yeah.
they don't treat you, but I feel like respect is more important for me, at least. I feel like I would take respect any day over um but then if somebody will not respect me, then that's fine. I'm just gonna go for the money then.
That's a good answer. It's a great answer. I like it. I
Because you
like it a
can't
lot.
make people, ultimately you can't make people
That's
be,
true.
you can't, people would you can ask for respect, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get it. But
That's
then
true.
one thing I can always go get money. But if I were to choose, I'll choose respect.
I like that. I like that. Great answer. Um, I was gonna say,
Fun.
huh? Say it again.
This is so much fun.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad you're having fun. This is great. I'm having a good time too. And you're absolutely gorgeous. Like,
Thank
wowza. I saw the
you.
photo, but I was like, sheesh,
Thank you. Oh,
gorgeous.
thank you.
Um, so I have a really, well, I love asking women particularly, like, do you feel like women, whether it's from you, I don't know if you have an experience as far as like in the music or just in general, do you feel like you can, out of all the things that you've accomplished in your life, do you feel like you still have to prove yourself in order to get like some type of like, hey guys, I've been here a long time, respect my work? As a female, do you feel like there's a difference because you're a female? That's why it's harder to, you have to like work 10 times harder.
Yeah. Yes, I do feel like that because um I mean in so many different scenarios, I do feel that way. Like let me just make a typical example, right? When me and my husband got married and we bought a house. So when we purchased the house and I had more down payments towards the house than he did. But then ultimately it's his house. That's how people, and that's what he calls it, my house. His
Wow.
mom calls it my son's house. Like everybody, it's his house. And I was like, why do you keep saying that? Why can't you say our? Like it's
Mhm.
always him ultimately. Like everything that I do, I always have to. And it's like if I want to do something, like if I get a job, like one time I actually did get a job. It was in a different state, not far from this one. But
Nice.
like I can't, and it was like a higher paying than it paid $50,000 more than his job. Because like
Mhm.
I studied software engineering and like so I got a job in that field.
Right.
But like, he was like, no, we can't. I was like, but this is better than what you're
Yeah.
doing, and you can get the same job in the same anyway. I ended up didn't take the job. Like and then I had to like I have like ultimately I ended up having to get a real estate license. I feel like also being a mom, everything is on you. You have to be the one
Mm.
who does the house chores. You have to be the one who does the cooking and cleaning. He cooks sometimes, by the way,
Mhm.
but like I have to be the one who takes care of the baby. I have to be the one who does all these things, and then I still have to pay bills, right? So I still have to figure out how I'm going to make extra money to
Yeah.
pay electric bill or whatever extra thing is assigned to me. So like I got my real estate license, I got my mortgage loan originator license. I'm having people come to my home to braid their hair. I'm doing all these things, but at least I'm happy that my clients, because sometimes when I don't have help with my son, I literally am braiding hair with my son on my back. Like I have him tied,
Oh,
strapped to there's something we do
wow.
in Africa. I put him on my back, strap him in, and I'm braiding hair. And it's like my whole body hurts after
Oh, I
after all
bet.
of that. But like I have to do all of this and I still don't get recognized for, you know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Like the hard work that you're doing.
yeah, for
Yeah.
that you're doing it. So like, but then now that I'm doing what I'm doing for me.
Yes.
So I feel like it's better. Like he can do what he wants to do. I work more than 2 times as much as he does. And there's no like competition anymore. Like who is, like whatever I do now, I do for me.
That's good. That's good. That's great. Ah, wow. Yeah. No, it's I can't imagine like, but see, I admire women like yourself, like doing all the things, looking good doing it.
If you look at like the sports industry and
Yeah.
like the thing in wrestling, it's like I feel like the way because growing up we watch a lot of wrestling, me and my family. But like I noticed eventually when I grew up, when I was younger, I didn't really notice it. But
Mhm.
like growing older, I noticed we only sit to watch like the male ones. And it's like once the female one is up, my dad gets up. Like it's kind of like the it's like the child's play. And like there's the main one, and this is just like what I mean? Like, and look at soccer, like the World Cup and everybody. I don't see anybody gathering to try to watch the female ones. Like everyone is like, everyone stops what they're doing. We have to watch this one because it's you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
I
It's
just hope it
real. It's
changes.
so hard.
Yeah, women, it's a thing, and I hope as time goes on with everything, I
Yeah.
think women will be taking more seriously. I mean, I work with a lot of men in my field, so it's like that's a lot, but hopefully we're heading to better things.
Yeah.
In like what when you're on your, like, I know this music thing is difficult to keep it going on top of life itself.
Mhm.
But what keeps you going during like tough times? Like what's something that keeps you motivated?
Right now, my son, because
That's
I always
good.
tell myself that whatever I do, I have to make sure that I don't need this man. I have to make sure that I don't have to make sure that there's no reason at all that makes me
Mm,
go back to say, oh, I'm sorry. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Because he's the kind of person that when you ask him for something, he
yeah.
kind of gives you an ultimatum. Oh, you have to do this for me in order for me to do this for you, or things
Mhm.
like that, or just, you know what I mean? And it's like, I have to keep pushing. I have to keep fighting. My son is going to get a better life than me. He's going to not have to, I'm just trying, to, and not just for him or for whatever, other kids that I may have in the future. I want to make sure that I set up like a just like lay the path for them.
Yeah, definitely. And you're doing that. And you're doing that. So, any advice for those that are listening? I know people are gonna hear this your story and probably want who are going through the same thing or something similar and want to get into music and really go for it. What advice would you give to that person?
Um, well, first of all, if they're because I know this one particular girl that she doesn't even know she's a great singer. She came to get her hair braided, right? And then she was like, and then we were doing like we were just singing to, she heard about it. She was like, oh, you know how to sing, you love singing, let's sing, let's do like a karaoke while we're braiding hair. And then we put on like a song online and was singing to it. And when she started singing, I was like, oh my God, like, your voice is amazing and she's great. And she also just got a divorce too. Her husband didn't want her to do it.
Oh no.
But um, but then she was like, well, she just wasn't sure. If I was like, you know what, the first thing you have to do, and then I made her, she told me she wrote one song and she played it for me, and she told me I'm the first person she ever played it for.
Oh
Beautiful
wow.
song. And I just told her, like, I mean, first of all, you fought for yourself, getting a divorce, getting out of a bad situation. Now I want you to actually just go to the studio, see what you come, just do it for the fun of it, right?
Yeah.
You come to me to get your hair braided, that's probably the same amount of money it's going to cost you to go in the studio, and just do it for the fun of it. And if you like it, fine. If you don't like it, fine. But you have to take that first step to at least do something. And then if you do it and you like it, you can go on from there. If you don't like it, maybe there could be so many different reasons. You maybe try another song, maybe in a different studio, try a couple of times. And if you try it a bunch of times and you feel like, no, this is not for me, then maybe it truly isn't for you. But I feel like most of the time when you if you're as good as she is, because she's really good. Yeah, she's definitely gonna make it. And she's beautiful and everything. So yeah, but I feel like if you don't at least take the first step, like nobody would know you if you're laying in bed, you wake up every morning, just go cook some food, go to bed, like that's not gonna take you anywhere. You have to actually make the move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Make the move. I like that. That's a good advice. What could people like expect from you in the next, coming up? Do you have any shows? Do you have anything happening? Any new music like you want to share with us?
So I do have a bunch of videos that I did. I actually shot my videos before I even released my first songs.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I said, I was just having fun doing what I want to do. And I
Nice.
traveled to California and I did 4 videos in 2 days.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
thank you. I just released the first one today, this morning, because he sent
Right.
it to me. I did release the one for Hero. I released it like I don't know, on the 5th, but for some reason it's not live yet on Vivo.
Oh,
I don't know. They said they're having some issues with creating my channel, but they're working on it.
well,
So
good.
so I probably would just wake up one morning and the video is
I'll just
live.
be there.
But for right now, I have a bunch of songs I've written. I actually just got another message. Two other songs I just did has been mixed and sent to me, so I have to review it and see if I like it.
Awesome.
So I have probably 10 songs so far.
Wow, Zed.
So I'm
Wow.
I'm just doing what I want to do, what's
I
making
love
me
that.
happy, and I just before doing this, I was like, I was gonna go do therapy because like of some of the things that I was going through. And then I feel like they were like they had like, I don't know, they didn't get back to me. They were like, oh, we're gonna get back to you, but probably too many clients. But like music is my therapy. So
Yeah.
it's costing, like I'm gonna this is what I'm gonna keep doing. Every time I'm sad, I'm gonna call the studio every time or go to karaoke or something.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's I definitely and I write fast. My friends, I have some other friends who write songs and are singers in Nigeria. They're like, how do you write songs in 30 minutes? How do you write songs in an hour? It also depends on how it hits. If it's something
Right.
that does happen to me, I would write it in like 30 minutes, maybe perfect it eventually.
Wow,
But
that's
like
awesome.
if I'm strongly feeling an emotion, I would write most of the times I feel like strong emotion for songs. I write them in like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Maybe then fix some things here and there later, but yeah, so I'm always writing. And I think of all the songs that I have right now, Hero is probably the only one that I have from the like I've written other songs long ago, but Hero is the first one that I picked from the old songs that I've written. And
Nice.
that's because it just was stuck in my head for so long. I keep singing it. I don't even have to go back to the lyrics. Ever since the day I wrote it, I remember the song. I remember
Wow.
the melody. I remember everything.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really, really cool. You just got a gift. You're just gifted. I love that. I love that. That's great. Well, I'm excited for you and your career, everything you got going on. I wish you all the best. You have to definitely come back whenever you have some new music coming out or new things happening. Definitely come back.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you so much.
yeah, of course. Where can people find you on social media to follow you and all the things you got going on?
I'm on Instagram and it's I am Juliera. I'm on Facebook / I am Juliera, TikTok / I am Juliera. Um, Twitter, I haven't used anything, but I have the accounts. I
Same.
am
I don't understand Twitter. I'm like, I don't want it.
I only use Twitter when I used to. There was this show called The Four.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
the show? I was obsessed with that show. I loved it. So I used to do clips and I used
Nice.
to like post on I still have clips from that show on my YouTube. Oh, by the way, YouTube is youtube.com/Juliera.
All right.
So I have shows and that's the only thing I use my Twitter for, just posting about that show. I never posted about myself. But I'm gonna start posting hopefully about myself.
That'd be fun. That'd be cool. Well, hey, everybody go and follow, support. Check out her videos, all the things that you have going on. Support, support, support. And thank you so much again. We
Thank
appreciate
you
your
so
time.
much. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And thank you
And
all
I'm
for
so proud of you.
ah,
I'm
thank you.
sorry. I looked you up online. I typed in your name. I was so proud of you. And I just
Ah,
said to myself
thank you.
again, I know, like you said, women have to work harder. I don't know your story, but I'm pretty sure you're working 2 times, 3 times, 4 times harder than a man that's in your exact same, you know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
I do admire and appreciate you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. Bye.